Hi, I'm Leia. I am about to be 27 years old, and I actually don't know what I'm doing. And you know what? I'm not even mad about it anymore because my mentality has changed so much that I just see this as an opportunity. Like, what am I gonna do next? What is the next part of my life gonna be like? I want my life to be like a movie, and the plot must persist. Like, something new has to happen. And before anybody who's watching this video is like, oh, she's a bum, or she's a daddy's girl, or like whatever, 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 I'm making this video because I did go to school and I did start the career, and I am understimulated, I am bored, and I am very unfulfilled. I feel like I kind of got scammed. And that's where I'm at in life right now. I was told that if I went to school that I would be happy. I was told that if I had the career that I would be happy. I was told that if I found success in those things that I would be happy. But honestly, my life is missing so much whimsy. And I've really told myself I want to be a content creator. I want to record my life. I want to meet people. I want the opportunities to travel more. I do want to be at home more. I don't know. I want to be with myself so much, and I want to experience myself so much that right now I'm literally about to rewrite my whole life, and I am not mad about it. I don't care. So to tell you a little bit more about myself so you know where I'm at in life and maybe you can relate, because that's the point of me making this video, honestly. I am a tattoo artist. I have become a very successful tattoo artist in the last 3 years. I own a very successful business under the name of Flores de Tinta, which poetically translates to flowers made of ink. I specialize in florals and I only tattoo women. So in this space of tattooing women, I have found so much joy, but it is a very extremely taxing job to do. I am listening to very deep trauma. I am literally a vessel for these women. This is a blood pact that I am creating. I am literally like an artistic little blood witch, and it's exhausting. And it is a phenomenal job, don't get me wrong. I make my own rules, I set my own schedule, I work with whoever I want, and I do love that, and I do love that I exclusively work for women. But I didn't get into tattooing because I wanted to be a tattoo artist or because I was passionate about it. I was working in a strip club for 5 years, I was doing bottle service, and I was tired of being there. I was tired of guys like treating me however they wanted. I was tired of like feeling dumb and feeling like I didn't know how to do anything else except for work there. It was literally all I knew. I had started there when I was 18 years old. So fast forward, I actually ended up getting fired for something really stupid, but my club is, well, I don't work there anymore. It's not my club anymore. But the club I worked at, they would fire you if you like breathed wrong, because they were just so evil there. They had all the girls by their necks, and it was such an evil experience. And I cannot believe that I willingly put myself through that now that I look at that. And I can't believe that other women do it too. And obviously, women who do this line of work, they don't go into it like, oh my god, yes, I want men to disrespect me. Like, we go into it because we're trained to think that way. We're like, oh, you're pretty, well, go sew yourself. And that's absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, that is a story for another time. That was a very traumatic experience, which is why I ended up tattooing and just only tattooing women. And I'm grateful for it because I maybe would have been tattooing everyone if I even got to tattooing, if I was in that job. And I don't even know. I don't even think maybe I would even be a tattoo artist. I became a tattoo artist because I quickly realized that tattoo artists are like the strippers of the art world. You make cash every night, you make it quickly, and you, I don't know, you work on your own time, you make your own schedule. Like, that is literally kind of like a nightlife schedule. And I just needed to replace the money that I was making. I was taking care of my family at the time. I had already just had a lifestyle that was just expensive. And I don't mean that by having designer all the time on my body and stuff like that. I mean, I had a house in Florida. Florida's expensive. I had a car. Car insurance. Car insurance is so expensive here. I had to have full coverage on it because Florida's just like that. And my bills were just so high. I was paying like $6,000 in bills, and that's ridiculous. And I was doing it at like from 18 to 23 years old. So I just needed something quick. I needed something fast. I've been an artist my whole life. I had a friend that was like, oh, I'm a tattoo artist and I make this amount of money. And I was like, wait, that's like really good money. So I was like, why don't I try to be a tattoo artist? So then I did it and I became successful so quick. I'm not gonna say that I entirely got lucky because I put in so much work. I really did. I was marketing every single day. I was making content every single day. I was posting every single day. I was posting in Facebook groups, which were all local to me, which is amazing for tattooing because obviously people need to be local. And I had just gone to school for marketing because when I left the club, I was like, wow, I just literally feel so dumb. I want to feel smart and I want to learn something. And I knew that I wanted to be an artist full time, a creator, but I knew that I needed to know about business and discipline and structure first. So I decided to go to school and I actually loved it. I have no regrets. I did amazing. I had straight A's the whole time I was there. It was like very healing for myself because I felt so smart. I felt like a person because in the club I just felt like this like dumb girl that's just pretty and doesn't know how to do anything, and that was so deteriorating because I knew deep down that I was so smart and so different than the environment that I was in. So I loved my school. Then I had school debt, so I really had to get a crack in with whatever I was going to do next because I had to pay it off and still help my family and stuff. When I started tattooing, I actually had a really bad experience at the tattoo shop that I was at, which is also another story time for another day. But I had to open my own tattoo shop 5 months in. I didn't even really know how to tattoo, so I opened my own shop because the shops here are horrendous and I just did not want to be in another bad environment. I could not take it after being in the club for 5 years, and all I can say about this shop that I was at is that I literally felt like I was in the club all over again, and I was like, wow, no, I am out of here. So I started my own business. I had never started a business before. I didn't really know how to tattoo. All of a sudden I had this location, so I had a whole other rent to my name, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Somehow, some way, my stubborn ass found the will to continue and to persevere, and I made it. And I did really good. Like, I saw my taxes and I was like, I did that. Like, I can't believe I made that much money on my own, first year of business, not knowing what the hell I was doing. And honestly, tattooing, even though it's like not something I want to do forever, not knowing what the hell I was doing and doing it anyways and being so successful, I'm like literally getting goosebumps right now, taught me so much. I was like, wait, do I really need to have a plan? Do I really need to know what I'm doing? No, maybe I just need to follow my heart. And I've been having this time now because my amazing partner has been working so much more than me, so I can step back because I was just like too burnt out. Like, my health was on the line. Like, I had like no will to live at some point because I just couldn't do it anymore, and I was so unhappy, and I was like, I'm not passionate about this. Because the thing about tattoo artists is people think it's like all fun and games, but you're doing permanent work, which means there's no room for mistakes, and also it means that you have to be perfect, and also it means that you can't enforce your ideas on other people all the time. Sure, I can influence my clients, sure, I can give suggestions, but ultimately this is going on their body forever. I might not even see them again because I have a lot of people who travel to me. I might not even ever see this person again, so I kind of have to just do what they want. So at some point I just started feeling like a copy and paste printer, and I just really hated that feeling. So my health ultimately forced me to stop working as much, and in this time my partner has just pushed me a lot to experience and explore myself, and it took me a little bit because I just had to recover myself. But now that I've had so much time to just try things, and I'm just saying yes to everything, which I'll have to make another video about that because it's been such an amazing experience. I don't know, I feel like I just have so much goosebumps. I am just finding myself. I am just this whimsical fairy, which I've always known that about myself, but I really lost myself with just like lifing. And I'm like, no, wait, I really am this whimsical fairy. And it's crazy because before I got into tattooing, I was like, I want to be a creative director, because I just think the creative directors are the coolest artists I've ever seen. It's like they just come up with this idea and they're like, this is what we're doing, and then they just make it happen somehow, and there's so many moving steps that they have to go through to make it happen, but then it does, and it's so beautiful and so grand and so big, and I'm like, wow, like I want to be like that. And tattooing was me calling the shots all the time, especially because I was a business owner. I also have 3 other artists. So there's just a lot of thinking for me to do. And I kind of got discouraged at one point because I was like, wow, actually, like, calling the shots is a lot of work. I actually don't know if I want to do this. And I lost my hope. And then I just am an artist. I've always been an artist. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do with my life if I don't know what I want to do artistically, if I am a tattoo artist and I'm not happy, if I found the career and became successful, if I found the business and became successful? I'm like, what the hell do I do with my life next? So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a step back. I'm gonna put that away for a second. I think I'll be okay if I don't know what I'm doing for just a second, which I had to like convince myself this way because I am getting older and I'm like, wait, I need to figure out what I'm doing right now. And my Virgo rising was like, we need a plan. And I was like, so anyways, I've just been living the soft girl life. I've been baking, I've been drawing, I've been coloring, I've been crafting and junk journaling and just being in the whimsy. I'm hanging out with a bunch of girls that obviously, like, what, I love my clients and we have an amazing time, but they obviously do require something of me. They require this permanent work of art that is very stressful to not mess up because I would die if I did an ugly tattoo on a beautiful girl because all my girls are so gorgeous. So I just love that, like, slowly but surely as I've been healing inside, all these women have just been gravitating to me, and I actually just had the most inspiring, most gorgeous, most beautiful Pinterest board fairy party last night, and I can't believe that I was able to even make it happen. I've been crying since last night. I cried all morning because I'm just so full of joy, and it finally just like pushed me to do this video. I was like, I need to just create the opportunity. What am I doing? And I'm like I'm just like having this full circle moment. I'm like, I can't believe that my dream is to be a creative director, and I've spent so many months being depressed because I'm like not getting opportunities, like they're just like not falling into my lap. And it's like, why would they if I want to be a creative director? The universe heard me and was like, okay, you want to be a creative director, so create. And I've just been hoping and praying that these opportunities just show up in my lap, because another background of me is I was a model for a long time, and there was a point where on social media I was doing really good, and I kind of was an influencer before being an influencer even was a thing, and I didn't even realize that until now that I finally have the time to think and like analyze myself and see what I'm doing with my life. And I'm like, wait, I was posting all the time, and I did have a community and all this thing. Long story short, Instagram hates me, so I don't actually have any Instagram accounts, and I've gotten so many of them deleted. Story for another time as well. We're gonna have many stories to tell on here. So anyways, I did used to get so many opportunities falling in my lap. Like, I would just be chilling on a random Tuesday and somebody would be like, hey, I need you on set tomorrow and I'm gonna pay you X amount of money to model for this music video. So I got kind of spoiled and used to that, but I needed to break out of that as well, especially because I didn't just want to be the model anymore. I didn't want to just be pretty anymore. I wanted to be the brains behind something fucking cool. So now that I'm thinking, I did this girl party and I was just like sitting on a random day and I was like, wait, like, what if I just threw a girl party? What if I just made a bunch of content like when I threw this party? Like, what if I just invited a bunch of people and had the space that I've always dreamed of having? What if I created that? Isn't that part of my dreams? Like, part of what I want to do? So now I am just super inspired, and I am so okay with not knowing what to do, and I've never felt so much peace within myself. I've never felt so much clarity to be able to think. I've never felt so inspired, so creative, and now I have the opportunity to do whatever I want because I make my own schedule, and because I have a partner that supports me, and because I do make like enough money to support myself and invest into like the things that I want, like cameras or just classes of things. And I'm like, I am happy with not knowing what I'm doing. I love that. So this is my first video. I don't even know what I just said. I kind of just told myself I'm gonna think or I'm not gonna think actually. I'm just gonna do. I'm tired of not being the content creator. I'm tired of not being whimsical. I'm tired of just hoping and wishing for these things to happen to me. And then I just get so paralyzed by the thought of how I'm gonna make it happen that life just keeps passing me by and I'm just not there. And I'm like, I have to create the opportunity. And I am a woman. I am a creator. I am literally a portal to life. So what the hell? I need to just step into my power. And honestly, all I want with this video and with this YouTube channel that I am starting in general and just all across the platforms that I'm going to be posting on, I want women to be okay with not knowing what they're doing because they're okay with learning themselves, with experiencing themselves, with exploring, with trying new things. Like, I think that's what we're meant to do. I think this world just like sucks the soul out of us because there's just always work and always these responsibilities, and these things have never gone away from me, and I've been waiting for them to go away this whole time and they've never gone away. But thankfully, I've been able, like, I put it in my head, I have to find a way to make my life at least a little bit less stressful. And let me tell you, it has not been easy at all. It's been 3 years of me busting my ass, of me sacrificing, of me missing so many events that I wanted to go to, missing important family things, missing important friend things, literally crying at my studio at 3 a.m. because I'm so burnt out and I just worked for 15 hours, like countless times, and health issues and money that's gone into that. And it's been really hard, but now I'm like, you know what? I can't let life pass me by anymore. I have put in so much work, and I put in all of that work, and then I really thought that by the end of me putting in this work that my shop would be successful and stuff, that I would just be so happy. And I'm like, but I'm not happy. And for some time I was very discouraged and I was like, oh my god, am I just ungrateful? Like, stupid? Am I just like not seeing what's in front of me? Like, I so quickly was so negative with myself and just attacked myself and felt like I was the problem. And I'm like, wait, I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, no, you are just a romantic fairy goddess and you just want more to life. You're hungry for life. You want to taste everything and everything that life has to offer that's beautiful and that's full of love and inspiration and creativity. And I'm finally like, it's okay to want those things. I think that especially as women, we're so convinced that we have to be the housewife, or nowadays it's like very popular to be the boss babe, which I'm not knocking at all. It is a very empowering thing, but it's also very draining at times because women, I feel like when they do something, they just go full-fledged. And it's partly because we just have to prove ourselves so much to the rest of the world. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I actually don't have to prove myself anymore. Well, I do, to myself. I need to prove to myself that who I am is worth experiencing. I need to prove to myself that my dreams are worth chasing. I need to prove to myself that I just deserve all these beautiful things, and it's taken so much healing for me to get there, but I'm finally starting to get there, and I'm just so happy, and I just hope that I inspire so many women to do the same. I really hope to continue building this channel. I just want to make so many videos. This is really hard for me to do, and I have recorded like 50 videos before I can finally just talk in front of a camera like this, and I think I'm just so high on life today that I'm just like winging it, but I almost didn't do it. I was on the couch scrolling on TikTok and I was like, ugh. And I was like, wait, I feel so creative right now. I need to stop. So I like threw my phone away and I was like, I am going to make a video right now. So I got ready and I did. And I think that we just need to be more fiery. I don't know. I think we need to tap into chaotic feminine side that is so deeply rooted in creativity and in being romantic and in being soft and feminine and powerful, and I just want to just create a community here with women. I just want to tell my story. I want people to relate with me. I've created such a big and beautiful community of probably about 1,000 women by now, because it's been 3 years of me just throwing events, like, which I was doing just tattoo events, and now I'm transitioning to doing events of other sorts, which I'm so excited to, and I'm just finally figured out so many logistics that I needed to figure out. Yesterday was my first event. I did it with my friends because I just wanted it to be like cutesy and like no stress and stuff like that, so I can just like analyze the logistics of things. And like that taught me too, like, wait, I can play and plot at the same time. Last night, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna throw this party with my friends. They all came over and they were all helping me with things, which made it so much easier. But I was like just watching everything and I'm like, okay, this is how much space I need if I want to do something like this. This is how many tables I need. This is how many chairs I need. I actually need an extra table. I actually need somebody to help me set up because it's a lot of work. Like, I need to make Pinterest boards because I really treated this like a professional creative pitch. Like, I made a Pinterest board and everything. I came up with all these ideas and I reached out to several people who were going to make it happen with me, and it happened. And I've never just made something happen that way. And I just like, I'm so starstruck with myself. I'm like tearing up. I'm a Cancer, fun fact. I'm probably gonna cry so much on here. And I just can't believe I did it. And I'm like, wow, like, no, my dreams, they've just been waiting for me. They've been waiting for me to wake up. They've been waiting for me to realize that I don't need to be a specific person, that who I am right now in my journey is so important to so many women, especially last night talking to all these women. They were all sharing their journey and I was like, wow, like, we all have such different lives, and it's so important for me to hear that from you, because sometimes I feel lonely, sometimes I feel crazy. Women are pinned against each other. The world is built for men, you know? And I'm like, wow, this is actually the most beautiful experience ever. So my new hope and my new goal is to create this channel. I want to create a community of women that listen to me, that talk to me, that share their stories with me from all over the world. And I have no idea how I'm gonna do it, and that's totally okay. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. I just know that I want more romance, more love, more creativity, more passion, more beauty. Like, I just want all the beautiful things in life, and I don't care what the world is trying to convince me of. I have created a space last night, and I have a partner, and I have just such beautiful, lovely friends. I don't even know how I got so blessed and how lucky to have all these gorgeous, amazing fairy friends, but like, I have them and I'm like, no, there is so much love in the world. And you know what, if I have to be delusional and like live in my own world because everybody is trying to convince me that the world is cold and cruel and evil and that you can't achieve their dreams, that's totally fine. I will no longer be living that way. And I just hope so much that all of you guys are on the same page with me. I hope so much that I just build a community. I don't even care if there's 2 people that ever watch this video or any other video. I just hope that those 2 people that watch it are fucking amazing. I hope they become my friends. I hope I get to hear their stories. And I just like hope that we get to grow together, and this is amazing, and I literally don't even know what else to say, but I'm just so excited. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get off right now. Thank you so much for listening. If you did, I really hope that I just continue pushing myself to be on this platform more, and I'm not even gonna think about this video. I'm just going to post it because I've made my first YouTube video 50 times and I didn't just post it, and I am just going to post it. It's time to be whimsical, it's time to be romantic, it's time to be crazy, it's time to be full-fledged. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and that's okay. Anyways, I hope whoever saw this or listened to me has a beautiful and magical fairy day, because that's what you deserve. Thank you so much. I love you, and I really hope to grow here.